and me, joining me and Pete. There it is. Joining me and Pete. No, it's not joining it's joining me. Joining me and Pete. Because you don't use it. Joining us, like that one, it's better. We have David Warner here from Creative Loafing. Welcome, David Warner.
David, how you doing, man?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
You know, I'm wondering when I'm going to get my taste test burger thing going on. The Creative Loaf
that was
Sweet
fun.
16.
I got to be on the panel of final celebrity so-called judges, and we publish the results in next week's paper.
So are you going to bring some burgers here for next week's show?
I'll try to bring you one of the winning burgers, yes.
Well, so it went from 16 to 8
went to 64 to 4. And then the final 2 are the ones that I helped judge.
What are the qualifiers like?
It was Brian Reese should probably talk about it.
We'll get him on next week.
Yeah,
we'll let him
he can tell you what his
next week.
criteria were.
So get your Creative Loafing for next week and find out.
And this week you can find out who the final 4 in this week's issue is. So it's and the final 4 are well, they should get the issue and find out.
You guys have a busy week. The Urbex Explorer, this issue. You want to talk about that for?
The Urban Explorer's Handbooks are our annual kind of offbeat guide to Tampa Bay. We choose neighborhoods that we think are interesting. And this year, for the first time, we've gotten interactive maps, and we've got a list of the top 20 draws in each neighborhood. Really, it's a really handy thing. If you want to, it's good for people who live here all year round, as well as for newcomers. They can take it with them. I'm going to keep it around, try some restaurants I haven't tried, and things like that.
Yeah, you know, and it's really detailed, so it gives you tons of information. Everybody should get their Urban Explorer. But you also have a huge thing coming up on Saturday. I know that we want to talk about this for a while.
You guys are involved in it in a really interesting way.
And a lot of great artists.
Yeah, it's a great artist, but it's a multidisciplinary artstravaganza with bands. We've got 2 stages with bands. We've got Apes and Androids coming around from New York City, or this crazy glam rock band. They do a whole production. There's like 11 members of this band coming down from New York.
Wow.
We've got Locos por Juana, which is a Miami Latin funk band. They're supposed to be terrific. Trey Bien from Clearwater. They're on that national TV reality show, Next Great American Band. And a lot of other great bands from around here and from around Florida. Then we've got a whole bunch of visual artists, some of the best visual artists in town.
Who are some of the top artists?
Well, Theo Wujik's part of it, Josh Pearson, Michelle Coakley. We've got Experimental Skeleton, who always do crazy installations. And the cool thing is Jay's created this whole maze in the courtyard of the Cuban Club. And that's where it is, the Cuban Club, from 9 o'clock to 1 a.m. And you go through the maze to see the art. You might go right and see a film video installation. You might go left and see a sculpture. You might go right and see a dance performance. It's really cool.
Well, the whole idea is called sensory overload. So it's touching and feeling every single sense that you have.
Yeah.
What's the cost to get in it? And
it's $10 admission for sensory overload. No, for all that music and all that art. And if you pay $35, you also get admission to the Rum Fest, which is really
Dory Bryant is going to be there.
Dory Bryant. Yeah, she's
$25 extra, all the rum you can drink.
Oh yeah, and that was an amazing event last year. It was the first time we combined the two, and I never knew how good rum could be. There's a lot of good rum, so it's worth that extra 25. But if you just want to pay the 10, we're going to have a food truck there from Tandoori. Which you pay for the food for that, but it's really reasonable. It's really good Indian food, and and all the drink proceeds that you buy at Sensory Overload go towards supporting Studio 620, who I know have been guests here, and the Ybor Festival of the Moving Image, which
which is coming up actually in
Nice.
April and May, isn't it?
Yeah, that's coming up in April. Yeah,
April
8th.
April 8th.
There's Jay Giroux and Edgar Sanchez Cumbas,
they're leaving.
That brings us to your project.
We're just talking about all the artists that walk around Century Ybor, and there go 2 of them right now.
Yeah, and the reason I'm going to point to them is because Tampa Digital Rob has been following this whole process of Edgar creating this painting in this vacant building that's on Creative Loafing's property.
We've seen the video now, and it's terrific.
Yeah,
Mike McCord and Rob have been working on it. It's awesome.
Is it going to show at Sensory Overload?
They're going to show the finished product
side by
also
side.
show the video at the same time. And I saw them filming it, and it was really very interesting. And Rob, being, which I didn't know this, was an artist, or is an artist, is a painter. Asked some really, cogent questions about what it is to how this guy created it and stuff. That's really looking forward to seeing it.
How long is that piece going to be?
I believe it's around 3 to 4 minutes long, about 4 minutes long, but I could be wrong. But you guys are going to be blown away. Edgar's going to be blown away. It's nice that everyone is able to get involved in art and add video element to it.
Oh yeah, it's a great thing to add to it, and I don't know, but I guess it'll get repeated all through the night. I mean, you can go and see it. It'll be inside the maze. You know, one of the things you find in the maze will be this installation.
Now, Jay Giroux put the maze together? Or?
Jay and artists he's working with had the idea of turning it into a maze.
That's cool.
So I don't know if you
can you get lost in the maze, or are you fine?
Hopefully, yeah. Maybe you'll get lost.
Pete, you could get lost.
I don't know. After all the rum I drink, I may just get lost and fall asleep.
That's right. Yeah. You may get lost and run and meet somebody you wouldn't expect to meet.
Can you pre-buy tickets, or are they?
Yes, you can buy them at tampa.creativeloafing.com/sensory overload. And or you can go onto our site, tampa.creativeloafing.com, and you'll see a big icon there for Sensory Overload. And they'll be available at the door, too.
For anything that you want to get, whether it's for the Rum Fest
for both
or
options, yes.
Wonderful. David, thank you for coming down here and
glad
driving all the way and doing this for us. And again, pick up your Creative Loafing Urban Explorer Handbook. Everybody needs to have this in the front seat of their car.